Cool. Right, Catherine, thanks for your patience. We'll begin with you today.
Very good afternoon. Good to talk to you, Danny, as always. Look, 9 games to go. We're getting to the business end of the season. What is going to be the key to survival in the Championship, do you think?
I think we've got a team of players who have been in this situation before, so I think just calm heads and just taking every game like a cup final, like it's in our hands, to get the results, and I think that that we've got the experience in the team to do that.
Yeah, is that something then that you kind of try and impart that knowledge to maybe some of the other younger lads that have not been in this position before?
Yeah, I think a few of the lads have done that, but the younger lads, I think we've got a good squad here, and the young lads, they've got some good heads on the shoulders. So if that advice is needed, we're there to give it. But I think throughout the squad, we've got a good group of players to deal with it.
You've shown that you can more than hold your own against some of the best teams in this division. And we kind of showed that against West Brom on Saturday as well, before it all kind of went a bit pear-shaped second half. But how much confidence did that first 45 particularly give you that you've got what it takes in the squad to get out of trouble?
Yeah, I think the confidence and the belief is high in the team. Obviously, the last two results have not been ones that we've wanted, but I think against Leeds and Watford as well, I think we've shown that we can beat the top teams in the league. So the confidence is still high. We're looking forward to to getting these games done.
What is it about you and Watford, by the way?
I don't know. I said after the game, I think there's some places where you just seem to score, and like I said, I've spoken to a few other players who have said that about certain grounds. But yeah, it'd be nice to play there every week.
What's your record like then against your former club Rotherham, which is where you're at the weekend?
Yeah, not too bad. I think I scored last time, but I don't think it was a great result. I can't remember what score it was, but yeah, I think it's all right. It's always nice to go back to an old club, and obviously it's a massive game for us.
Yeah, do you put that in the category of must win?
They're all must wins. Obviously we're in that position now where, like I said before, it is in our hands to to get the wins from now until the end of the season. So we've got every game's a cup final now.
And it's a club you know well, Rotherham, obviously. Do you fear for them this season?
They've obviously been going through a tough time. I had some good years at Rotherham, so they'll obviously be fighting for their lives. So we know how tough that game's going to be.
Yeah, you're right in that. I mean, does that make them more dangerous in that everybody's already written them off, almost got no pressure on them in a way? How difficult an opponent does that make them?
Yeah, very. I mean, like I said before, it's every game's tough in this league, and when it comes to this time of the season where you've got teams literally fighting for their lives, it's going to be a very tough game for us.
And how do you approach in terms of looking at the table, looking at other fixtures? Because the Championship is crazy this season, and there are so many teams that could still get dragged into it very quickly. You can get out of it as well. It's so tight. So what's your approach to keeping an eye on what everybody else is doing?
I think this season's a little bit different to last season, where we possibly needed a few other results to go our way. But like I said before, we're in a position now where it's in our hands, so we just focus on the game and make sure we come away with 3 points.
And obviously you're getting used to new head coach André Breitenreiter and how he approaches this situation. He seems like quite a relaxed character. What's he doing to maybe take the pressure off you in situations like this?
I think just being relaxed and calm. Obviously there's times where managers need to shout and ball, I think, but overall he's very calm and relaxed on the training pitch and even the dressing room before and after games. So I think that's massive as well, because I've been in situations at clubs where you've been going through tough times, and the managers, you can tell the pressure's on them, and they're taking it out on the players, and it just creates a bit of a weird atmosphere. But the manager's been great these last few weeks, and I think he'll be obviously very important for us from now until the end of the season.
And you do seem like a really united squad at the moment. Obviously some difficult times, but some great results as well. Does it feel like it's a dressing room that's got it together, and that there is enough unity there that's going to see you through ultimately?
Yeah, I think I've been at a few clubs now, and the morale in the dressing room is really good. Obviously the last two results have not been great, but we have got a good unity between the players, and I think through the tough times that is massive.
And it's all going to be about taking your chances as well when they come on the pitch, which is something as a striker you've got instinctively. You can just be in the right place at the right time. How crucial do you think that's going to be to just getting those goals that you're going to need to stay up?
Yeah, it's massive. I think in the last 2 games I've missed 2 howlers, but yeah, obviously it's massive, and we're still creating them chances, but obviously we just need to be making sure we're sticking them away.
Yeah, do you beat yourself up about the ones that you don't quite get on the end of as you would like?
You do, but you just can't let it affect you, and if you keep thinking about it over and over again, you're gonna take it into the next match, and you're gonna put more pressure on yourself. So I think you can beat yourself up for a certain period of time, and then you just got to put it to bed and go again the next game.
That's it. And from a personal point of view, you want to finish the season playing as many minutes, because it's been so frustrating for you with injuries over the course of this campaign.
Yeah, my Achilles, it's been a tough one to deal with, but now I'm feeling fit and ready to push on till the end of the season.
Good stuff. Well, good luck on Saturday. Thanks, Danny.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Catherine. We'll come to Stephen in the room next when we are Terry's.
Hi, Danny. I'm just wondering what the message from the gaffer has been after Sunday, where obviously the first half was pretty sensational, didn't let West Brom have a shot, and then second half obviously there's the big drop off. What's he been stressing to you the past few days?
I think, like I said before, just keeping calm and relaxed. Obviously it wasn't the result we wanted, and the game didn't go the way we wanted it to. Obviously the first half being really good, and second half probably being polar opposite, but we've just got to put that to bed now and play like we did in the first half for the full 90 and make sure we come away with 3 points.
Is that it? Just sort of, if you're doing something well, keep on doing it kind of thing?
Yeah, pretty much. Like I said before, he's very relaxed, very calm and stuff, so just try and take the positives from the game and make sure we implement them in the game on Saturday.
What's he like sort of stylistically? Has he got you in the video room much? Is it more on the training pitch, combination of the two, compared with sort of other gaffers you've had here?
A bit of a combination of the two. There's not too many meetings. Some players react to having lots of meetings and stuff, but I think majority is, I think it's best being out on the training pitch and doing it that way, but I think he's got a good combination of the two.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you're a former Rotherham player, and you were pulled off obviously a great escape with them as well. I mean, what are your sort of abiding memories of your time at Rotherham?
Yeah, there was some good times making them great escapes. The first 2 seasons we were fighting at the bottom of the league. Obviously the third season obviously got relegated. It was a tough season, but overall I had some great times down there. Made some really good friends.
I appreciate obviously this game is away from home, but when you look at sort of your record against the teams in the bottom half, a lot of whom you still got to play, your home record has been very good this season. Does that sort of give you a bit of confidence when you're looking at your chances in the survival fight?
Yeah, I think you've got to take all the positives you can from previous games and stuff and form. But when it comes down to the last few games, and like I said before, teams fighting for their lives, it all changes, and we've just got to make sure we put in 100% every week from now until the end of the season.
Cool. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thanks, Steve. And we'll finish off with Leon from the Yorkshire Post.
Hiya, Danny. I hope you're well, mate. I mean, by your experiences last year, and you mentioned, I remember that great escape at Rotherham, mate. You were well adrift, and you turned it round under Neil. It's about not panicking, isn't it? I mean, I remember this time last year, I think you lost 4-0 at home to Coventry, and there were a lot of people writing your obituaries and saying that's it. And there's still a lot of football to be played, and there's plenty to go yet, isn't there?
It is, yeah, and like I've said before, it's in our hands this time, whereas we were relying on a few results helping us out last season. Obviously, no one wants to be in the position we are now, but
yeah.
I think we're in a better position than what we were last season.
I mean, keeping out the noise. I mean, when you're a senior pro and all that, you can probably handle it more. Is it with some young uns? I mean, when they're going on social media, it can be a bit more difficult, can't it? Every bad result and people are going, and panicking. And for your senior players, you've just got to really say, hang on a minute, we could be, we should be all right. You don't have to panic, really.
Yeah.
You keep off social media and all that. Do you sort of? Cause it's like an added thing to sort of. and a panic in it, really. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't really bother with it, to be honest. I haven't done for a long time. I know a lot of the lads are obviously using social media and stuff, but like I said before, the young lads have got good heads on the shoulders, and they don't seem to be panicking. And but like I said before, the experienced lads are always there to help. If those who have been through similar situations, but no, I think as a team, I think we're all right.
Yeah, you've got your professional head on Saturday, but I dare say a lot of lads at Rotherham. There's a few lads from Cardiff as well who are probably good mates of yours, Peltz and Sean Morrison, and as a fellow pro, you must appreciate what they've actually gone through this season, because it's been an horrible season at Rotherham, hasn't it?
Yeah, but it's not been great for them. But going back to what I said before, teams are fighting for their lives, and when you're coming up against those teams who are fighting for their lives, the tough games of football to win. So like I said before, we know how tough it's going to be. So we're ready for it.
It can mean from Rotherham as well. It's a stadium and a set of fans. If they get something, if there's some sort of the players are all going for it and having a go, they'll sort of take that, won't they? You know what I mean? The result might come, but as long as all the players are having a go and it's high energy and in your face, that's what they want. And they've almost like nothing to lose, really. I think the fans will accept losing, but if they're playing the right sort of Rotherham way.
Yeah, I think I can agree with that. When I was there, obviously, just every week going out and giving 100%, and can't really ask for any more. You've
had some good memories there. I remember I did that Brentford game that started the Great Escape, and they were 3-0 down to Derby, and you scored. Were it 3 times in the last 5 minutes or something? It's one of those stadiums that's thrown up a lot of games like that, even though it's not been there that long.
Yeah, I remember that game. Yeah, wow. I did have some good times there, and beating. I think everyone obviously written us off in that game, and scoring 3 goals late, was great.
Yeah, have you still got some mates down at Rotherham? I know managers have changed, and there's probably people behind the scenes, that sort of thing.
Yeah, there's a few people behind the scenes, like you mentioned before, the Peltz and Mozza as well. So still got a few mates now.
Yeah, do you keep in touch with them at all, or you sort of this way what they're going through? I suppose there's not a lot you can say. I suppose, is there?
Yeah, every now and again. I'm not mainly Mozza, but I've not spoken to him for a while. Like I say, it's hard when we're going through a tough time. Yeah.
So how are you with your Achilles and everything? I mean, is it all everything fine now, or do you have to sort of manage it? Does it in your sort of training? Can you go at it full power, or sometimes you have to have a take it easy, that sort of thing?
Yeah, no, touch wood, everything's fine. Obviously, there's stuff that I need to do before and after in the gym, but as a whole, I'm feeling good, feeling fit.
And obviously, last season, it was a tremendous sort of last lap, if you like. You've got that in your sort of memory banks, haven't you? To know that there's enough senior players there that plenty of time we can do it. Really, it's got to count for something, hasn't it? Really.
Yeah, definitely. There's still a lot of the lads who was part of that squad, and there's lads who have been parts of other squads who have been in similar situations. So there's plenty of experience in the dressing room that's been through similar situations.
Yeah. Cheers, Danny. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, everyone. We'll be back with André around 1:30.
Thank you.
Cheers. Thank you.
Thank you.
Super. Thanks, Catherine. Ready for you now?
Very good afternoon, André. I thought we could start with some news coming out of the club this morning that Brodie Spencer has been called up for Northern Ireland. How pleased have you been with him so far? How pleased are you to see him get recognition for his country?
Yeah, he can be proud of the nomination, and he deserved because he played well the last few weeks, and so we are really happy to have a national player for North Ireland.
I suppose if you're going to be very selfish about it, in some ways, would you rather he was with you over the international break?
No, players who can play for their own country is always a good thing. They feel motivated for this. So yes, we have to practice a lot of things during the break, but for the player, it's a really good motivation to play for their own country.
Good stuff. Looking ahead to Saturday then, and you go to Rotherham, a team who many people have written off. They are bottom of the championship. Is that a must-win game as far as you're concerned?
Yeah, it's never a knockout game or a final game in the championship because you have 46 games. So we want to win every game, and we started the game to win, and we have 9 of them. So it's important, and it would be good to start with a win after the 2 defeats, and for this we had a good preparation.
For confidence as much as anything, it feels important to win on Saturday.
Yeah, it's always important to have a good confidence, but you have first to celebrate some wins to get more confidence in belief and conviction. And for us, it's also important to think positive, because we did it well over a long time against West Brom last Saturday, and we had an excellent first half. We analyzed and reviewed the match, and we had really good moments, but we should score a second or third goal in the first half, and after halftime we had some minutes with poor decisions, some throw-ins, throw-outs to the opponent, too quick, and when you feel under pressure you have to take the right decisions, and we didn't take them. Yeah, then unlucky first goal was an offside, but we also could and should defend this goal better, because we had 8 players in our own box, and it was possible for them to score. This was too easy, and this was also a thing we trained this week, because many goals were too easy in the whole season in this way. So we trained box defense this week, and to make them clear that we need tight contact in our own box. But we also created last game many chances, and this is important to have chances to score goals, but we didn't score. So also in the training, important to have a lot of finishing and to have successful moments that the strikers and the offensively player have a good feeling for a shoot on the goal, to learn automatism and to take the right decision in special moments. So we had a good trainings week, and we know about the game. It's really important, but it's one game of 9.
Catherine, sorry. Leon, would you mind just muting
okay.
yourself quickly, just because we're getting a little bit of feedback, please? Thank you. Sorry, Catherine, carry on.
That's okay. Just to come back to that point about making the correct decisions when under pressure, how do you coach that?
Yeah, first of all, in the training session, that we learn that we train these things we are not really good, or where we made mistakes. And when you review the whole season, and before I signed, I knew about things in which way they got goals, and in the last games it was many times the same thing like before. So we have to train this, and this week was really good because we had a whole week for training, like before the Watford game and before the Leeds game, and we had enough time to prepare the things we want to train in, and this was not possible in the English week. So it's always important to stay calm and concentrate under pressure, especially in the 10 minutes phase. We spoke a lot of this, the last 4 weeks. When you concede a goal, then you need more concentration, and you need the leadership also on the pitch to play serious. West Brom, they used their chance. We were unsure, and then they have the quality to decide the game in 20 minutes. After the 20 minutes, it was nearly the same. When you watch the expected goals, it was close, 1.7 to 1.7, almost. In many stats, we were better, but in 20 minutes, we had a really KO. And to be honest, we have to give them a good feeling for this, a good atmosphere. But this is football. When you're at the bottom, and then you get two really unlucky goals. The second after set piece, really unlucky. No, not a combination or whatever you want. No, it was unlucky in the third, a shot from 30 meters. This happened when you're at the bottom of the table. So we have to think positive, and we have to show them many things they did really well. And especially it's important to keep calm, to keep calm, because I know we have the quality and the potential to win games, but we need this over more than 45 or 60 minutes. And this is what we speak about, to give them some tools in this hands to make it better next time, especially when you get a goal against. Keep clear in your head, follow your structure, and don't play your own game.
Will that always be your approach as head coach then, to try and convey that sense of calm, even if inside you might be not feeling quite so calm, but to transmit that to the players at least, so that they don't pick up on nervous energy and it just adds to the pressure of the situation?
To be honest, I'm a manager, and I hope you also see this. I'm authentic, and I never play a role. And when I tell you I'm calm, then I'm really calm, because I'm experienced in such a situation. And I can tell you, I'm never a manager who has another connection to the staff or to the players after a defeat or after a win. Because the person is always the same, and when we want to improve and when we want to develop, then we have to speak openly, and then we have to criticize maybe in the meeting to make it better the next time. But the people are the same, and this is really important for me, to have the connection to the people, and to create a good atmosphere. Because without atmosphere and without a team spirit as a group, you never have a chance to stay in the league, to get promoted, never. So this is the most important thing. And yes, we had now 2 defeats. West Brom was a good opponent, but it was possible to win against them. And this is what I tell my team. It's possible to win games, and now we have many games we can win. Maybe if it's possible, we want and we try to start on Saturday, but we have 9 games, and I can tell you every week, I believe in my team, and I believe that we stay in the league, and I hope they think the same like me.
In the latest video diary that the owner Kevin Nagel does, he's always very good at giving his opinions, his thoughts. He's talked about maybe needing 4 or 5 wins to make sure that Huddersfield Town are safe in the Championship. How many wins do you think it will take to stay up?
Yeah, I don't know. I was good in math at school, yes. That's right. It was one of my best subjects. but it's not good to watch on the table, and I can tell this every week. We have to concentrate on our performance, and when the performance is like in Watford or like against Leeds and also like against West Brom in the first half, we will get enough points to stay in the league. We both don't know how many points are necessary to stay in the league, and so we have to collect enough. And when it's a little bit earlier than the 4th or 5th of May, it would be great.
He also talked about Alex Matos, a player that the chairman owner clearly likes. I'm sure you do too. He thought, well, there's a good chance that he might start against Rotherham. How does that conversation go between yourself and Kevin Nagle, and that exchange of ideas, and who he likes, maybe who you like, that kind of conversation?
First of all, we have really good conversations. We spoke minimum once per week, and it's absolutely interesting to hear his opinion about everything, because he's so experienced in many things, and I don't have to tell you and all the people what success he as a person had. So Alex Matos, but for me as a manager, I'm responsible for the lineup and for the training session, and this is clear for everyone. And for this, I have no discussion, because this is what I'm here, and I'm experienced manager, and I know what I have to do. When we want to speak about Alex Matos, I like him too, and he's really a good talent. And but it's really important to lead a talent in the right way. And yes, he started and he had really some good games here, and then he started again, and the games were not so good. And this is absolutely normal for a talent and a young player. So all of you can really be sure that you have a manager who knows to work with young players, to improve them and to develop them. And sometimes it means to start, and sometimes he's on the bench. And when I review the last 2 games, he did it well, coming from the bench. And sometimes in such a situation, it's good for a young player, because he's not so under pressure, and then he can really develop. And we also need his dynamic and his quality in the second half sometimes, but maybe sometimes in other games as a starter again.
Last one from me, just to look at the team news for the trip to Rotherham on Saturday. Are there any players that you are expecting to be available again, or is anybody at this stage already ruled out?
I want to wait for the training session on Friday, because sometimes there's a new surprise. Maybe we don't know what happens overnight. Maybe an illness or another injury. But normally we have really good news, because Reece Healey, he tried yesterday the first time with a whole group for some exercises, and he did it well. Today he recovered, but he will be ready after the international break. And we had some players like Danny Ward, Tom Edwards, and also Bojan Radulovic. They started to train today. And it's never enough to begin as a starter on a Saturday when you have only enjoyed a training session. And this is clear for me, because over the whole season there were a lot of injuries, and now then you can see that sometimes they cannot really fit for 90 minutes or near to 90% because of the injuries. So we have to take clever decisions to have over 90 minutes the best quality on the pitch. And positive news about some players. Radinho Barca enjoyed the whole training. No reaction like Helik. He was injured for many weeks. The medical department, they did a good job for this. So we have some more players, and especially in the training, the possibility to choose. And this is always good for a team, that they have to fight for their position as a starter, for the lineup. Yep. And this is what I'm happy, because we had a really good training week.
Excellent. Good luck on Saturday. Thank you, André.
Thank you.
That's Catherine. Come to Stephen from We Are Terriers in the room.
Hi, André. When you look back on the West Brom game, have you been able to find, and from talking to the players as well, have you been able to find an explanation for why the performance from the first half didn't continue into the second?
Yes, we spoke about this. We could not expect that the second half started so poor, but we took some bad decisions after halftime on the pitch. You could see that West Brom wanted to make pressure, and then you have to play intelligent and clever. And we had throw-ins too quick to the opponent, throw-outs from the goalkeeper to the opponent, and the crowd was like, ooh, yeah. And this makes something with the player, and so West Brom felt better. But they created no chance after the halftime, and they had not so many changes in their build-up. Yeah, maybe they wanted to play more than first half with 3 in the last row, but we were prepared. But we didn't, not the same in first half, and this is what we analyzed in the video clips. It was not the same because we didn't press one-on-one like first half because one player didn't follow, and then we cannot play this style. Then we have to go deeper, and this is also was also an exercise this week in the training, to go for special moments deeper when the pressure is too high. But to be honest, when the first goal was offside, the second unlucky, and then. When you were a player and you played for a long time, you know what they thought. Oh no, like the last time or like the whole last year, this is what they think, and it's that for this you have to switch again. Yeah, you have to come out and you have to stay positive because it's always possible. And we created so many chances second half. It was possible to score a third or fourth goal. And you have to believe the whole time. Yeah, 1-4, okay, but then we had chances for the second and third, and when you score the third in 85 minutes, you have 10 minutes more. Yeah, and you have to stop when it ends, and never before. And like this. So we did some things not so good, especially after halftime, and we have to learn from this.
Yeah, and also against Cardiff, we saw that the team can struggle at times to break down a side playing a low block. Are you expecting Rotherham to take that approach, and do you have sort of a strategy? And I appreciate you might not want to tell us what it is, but do you have a strategy to try and break it down if Rotherham do sit back, try and defend?
Yeah, we try to give them many solutions in every phase of the game. So I don't know if they really want to play like Cardiff at home. Maybe, yeah, but in Cardiff we had a poor day, but we had enough solutions to beat them and to take good decisions, but we didn't play. But we improved from this 14 days later because we trained this the whole time, and I'm sure they watched the clips. I hope that they will defend like Cardiff. Because then we will make it definitely better to create chances and to score goals. But we also prepare high pressing because it's a home game. They have nothing to lose, and maybe they think that we are under pressure and we couldn't make mistakes in build-up. So we trained everything, but we have to concentrate on our game. So we want to press high. We had many ball wins last game, but it's not possible at this moment. I hope next year, but at this moment it's not possible to play over 90 minutes like this. So we trained to find the right decision to to go in the middle block, in midfield pressing, to recover a lot, but to have short distances, and this would be also a good decision last Saturday. But we decided, and with the players together, now we have to press high because it's good for our team. Yeah. There were many games the whole season when they defended in the lower block, they got crosses and goals. So normally it's the most important thing to let them away from our own goal, and this is the reason why we pressed the whole time. And we go this way. It's a style of play. It's attractive, like first half, and you hear the crowd and the fans say, "Wow, it was amazing." Yeah, when you go at home and you lost 1-4, they were disappointed, but you cannot forget the first half, right? Because and this is my job to analyze. Okay, this was really, really good, and also the last 15 to 20 minutes. We had 20 minutes, catastrophe. We have to make it better, 100%, and for this we analyze and speak for the next step.
How valuable is the international break going to be for you and your coaching team? First, sort of bit of extended time with your players, isn't it?
Yes, it's a good time to recover, but also to train in details. It's last time in this season to have a break because we have many games in April and then 1 or 2 in May. So they need also a little break to keep fresh in their heads, but then also good trainings in details to make the next step in tactics, because it's not possible to get them fitter now. We have to live with the situation that many players were injured over the whole season, and this is for summer the next step, but now we have to live with this, but we can concentrate on details to find the right way for the plan on the pitch, and to create a good atmosphere as well. So, and this will be happen in the international break.
That's great. Thanks, André.
Thank you.
We will finish with Leon from the Yorkshire Post.
Hello. Hi, André.
Hi.
I was just wondering, this game is a game where the attitude of your players has to be spot on, doesn't it?
I agree, 100% attitude and discipline, and the fight against Rotherham. They play many long balls. We have to fight for the second ball, and but in this situation you always need players with a heart and passion, and this is sometimes more important than quality. But we also need quality in playing, but because we wanted to make the difference. But you're right. Yeah, we have to fight against them, and then we should beat them because of our better quality.
Yeah. Looking at the table, do you think that goal difference could be? There's something you have to be conscious about. I mean, it looks very close in terms of points, but the goal difference could be an issue in the table, perhaps at the end.
The Cardiff game.
No, the goal difference.
The difference in goals for and goals against.
Okay. Yes, maybe, but I'm sure that we can win a lot of games. So it's hopefully not the most important thing. But yes, you have to. It's not allowed to give up because it's never good to lose. But 1-2 is better than 1-8.
Yeah.
So and. But we want to win games, and we think positive to start hopefully on Saturday, and then for the next games, and this is what we really prepare, and to create the thoughts about positive things about winning and winner mentality, and it will help when it happens on Saturday for the next step.
Okay, your signings in January, Helik, Radilovic and Balker, it's been a difficult start with injuries and not making an impact. They must be desperate to make an impact before the end of the season.
Yes, they signed in January, and then they had a lot of injuries. It's football; it can happen, yeah. But it's then for the situation of the players not easy. They want to have a good start and to help, but most of them they didn't play for a long time. The season ended in Finland in October, I think, 3 months out. Or Radinho didn't play so many games, and then you come into a league, a very good championship, hard league, intensive, many games. Yeah, but this happened, and we cannot change this. So we have to make the things clever. We cannot train like I'm used to because of the injuries. So now we have to stay in the league, and with the preseason, then we can start now like I'm used to, and I want to make them fit and to build up a structure and playing philosophy. But now we have to do the right things for this team now in this moment. Yeah.
The international break is important for some good work on the training ground, but a break for the players and maybe for you to get to know the players a bit more about their personalities and maybe socially to bring the squad together. Maybe have you any plans? Or?
I spoke earlier about the plan during the international break, and I can tell you that I have so many talks every day.
Right.
When I go to bed at night, I think English. No, it's really exciting, and I spoke every day to many players because this is important for me to have a connection also to the players and to understand their private life and to give them some helps about because of my experience also as a father, and this is important, but this is normal for me. For my job as a manager, I work like this. I never have distances to the staff members or to the players, but I also can make clear decisions. I'm very directly when it's necessary. Yeah. And I hope they like this because I give a lot, but then I expect a lot. Sure. And this is my way of coaching teams, and I can say it was really successful in the past. So I find my way in this style, and in the national break we also will have more talks, and maybe there's a chance to get to know them better than today.
Yeah. And finally, you have senior players who last season at this time they pulled through and Huddersfield stayed up, so they know the job, and that's good to have players who've been here before and been successful and kept the club in the division.
Yes, there are players experienced the same situation last year maybe, but I don't want to speak too much about the past because there was 1 year in the playoffs and the other 6 years were not really successful. So I understand all the people around the club that they are nervous because they lost a lot of games in the last few years. I have to tell, it's like this. So it's absolutely normal that you always have doubts and think negative, but I'm not here to think negative. I decided to sign for Huddersfield while I had the belief to develop and to improve. And I told everyone in the first press conference, it's a long way and it needs hard work, and it cannot change everything in 1 week. And for me, it was clear that we cannot win 12 games in a row, but I hope that we win enough games to stay in the league, and for this we have to work hard, but also to keep calm and to give the boys the best support they can have, because we need all of us, all the supporters, all the media from Huddersfield, all the staff members, to stay in the league, and then we can achieve the goal.
Very best of luck, André.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks everyone. We'll see you on Saturday.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you. Cheers.